So let's bring it back to the game in hand, and we're just gonna go ahead and do a little short summary, short recap of the embarrassing loss to the New England Patriots. Rod, the floor is yours, brother.
Well, Herbie, I mean, I think the thing that people fail to recognize this about the Miami Dolphins, so I'm just going to clue everybody in. See, the Miami Dolphins are actually a very poetic football team. Because here's the thing, as miserable and pathetic and disgusting as we started the season, we made sure to finish the exact same way. We came out the way we came in, like trash. And listen, Herbie, at the end of the day, if there is anything that signals that we should get rid of this coaching staff, that we should just start clean, let it be the effort that we saw from these guys in this game against the New England Patriots. And look, Herbie, I understand. We weren't playing with all of our guys. A-Chan, who is the offense, didn't play. Waddle didn't play. Like, we had basically our backup offense out there. But like you said, we were evaluating Quinn, and obviously, at best, Quinn showed, at least to me, that all right, we might have a decent backup next year. That's how I'm feeling about him after these 3 games, right? But look, Herbie, when you look at just the way this season has gone, it's just this game. This game perfectly encapsulates the Dolphins, Herbie. The fact that this is our 6th blowout loss of the season. The fact that the Dolphins have not scored a third quarter point since before Halloween. I mean, there are so many things that you can point to as to why this is just such an abomination of a football team. And to be honest, the best part about today, Herbie, as a Dolphin fan for this game is that the fact that the season's over. We don't have to worry about these guys anymore. We don't have to worry about we don't have to worry about wasting our Sundays subjecting ourselves to watching a football team of guys who just don't care or aren't good enough or whatever. As a fan, Herbie, you get tired of it. All right, 7-10 season, same old thing every year. We've been rebuilding since '99, bro. Like it's just the same old story. And today's game is just a perfect encapsulation of that. And Herbie, it literally went exactly how this season has gone. We play well in the first half because Mike McDaniel is a first half planning head coach. And then, come the third quarter, we are deers in headlights. Come the third quarter, we don't know what to do. We don't know how to improvise. We don't know how to do anything right. We can't execute at all. And this is just another showing of that, Herbie. So, when it comes to Quinn, listen, Quinn might be a decent backup. Maybe they'll allow him to have competition next year. But obviously, the Dolphins are in dire need of a quarterback. That's something we'll address when the time comes. But poetic Dolphins, Herbie. Poetic
Yeah,
Dolphins.
very poetic Dolphin, man. So there's two things I want to address in in in
True
in a
Blazer,
in
my
a
brother in
beautiful way,
Maine.
man. You already know. It's over, man. That beautiful words from the homie True
Cheers, my
Blazers,
brother.
man. It is over. It's
Cheers.
finally over, man. So let's just go ahead and talk about the poetic justice that is the second half Miami Dolphins, man. The first half, touchdown, uh, drove down the field. Unfortunately, had a turnover, but you saw a team that was driving and driving and driving that could not be stopped. But then the second half came, and tricky Mike McDaniel showed his true talent, which is to not do anything in the second half, man. Here we go. Third quarter, 6 plays, 52 yards, interception in the end zone. Next drive, 6 plays, 6 yards, punt. Next drive, 3 plays, -1 yard, punt. Going into the fourth quarter, 3 plays, -9 yards, punt. 4 plays, 15 yards, punt. 3 plays, 1 yard, punt. That was the second half of the final game of the 2025 seasons for the Miami Dolphins. Like you said, they did what they did best. They came into this season trash and they finished strong as trash, man. Round of applause for the Miami Dolphins, man. Round of applause for the
Harry, let me
Miami.
tell you something. Let me tell you something that really grinded my gears about this game. And it wasn't the fact that they threw Zach Wilson in. And anytime Zach Wilson is in a football uniform on your football team, you're probably going to see some uninspiring football. But that wasn't even
Oh, for sure.
what got me, Herbie, and what really just took me out the game. And this is, I don't know if any other fans feel this way, but there was a moment in this game, Herbie. The Dolphins, I think this was like late in the first half. We're driving. We are at a 3rd-and-1 situation after running the ball twice.
Mm-hmm.
The entire point of you even benching Tua and throwing Quinn out there is to see what you have, and you elect to run it a third time. What
Nasty.
are you trying to win
Nasty.
this game? Like Herbie, like bro, I wrote that down in my notes because it was like, bro, we're supposed to see what we have. What's the point? What's the point?
So
Like, come
let
on.
let's go into since the conversation, and that's a good transition point. So the conversation ultimately is about seeing what we have for, like I said at the beginning of the show, Quinn Ewers, right? And we did a lot of glazing last week, man. One of our
That,
most popular
guilty,
videos. A lot of people
guilty.
reacted. A lot of people reacted to the promise that Quinn showed, right? And this is what happens when you have bad coaching. Just because the game got away from you doesn't mean that your quarterback that looked really, really good in the first half looks like he has no idea what he's doing anymore, right? And again, I said that on last week's show. I said going back to Texas, the reason why he was a 7th round pick is because when the brights got light, the brights got light, or the light, I don't even know what the hell I'm saying right now.
And you were saying that so
The
convincing.
lights get
Oh my
bright. I'm sorry. The lights get bright. I'm sorry.
god.
And I'm not even drunk,
Hey,
guys. That just lets you know that hey, man, when you get older, bro, your words start getting jumbled. You forget stuff. When the lights get bright, Quinn Ewers' booty gets tight, and we saw that in the second half. We saw inaccuracy. We saw the inability. Everything that we gave him praise for and glazed him over last year, which is accuracy, throwing it and stuff. All of that went away, and it's the same people. It's the same person. Nothing changed. It's the same receivers out there, but when he feels pressure, and I don't mean pressure by uh, lineman or anything like that, or a DN chasing him. I mean pressure of the situation. He falls apart mechanically, mentally, uh, awareness wise. Like ugly passes, ugly picks. The same guy that almost completed the throw of the year, and again, this was in the first quarter where he had that on 4th down, threw it on the run, literally put it in the wide receiver's hand. If the wide receiver holds onto the ball, that's the throw of the year. The same guy that was able to do that couldn't hit somebody 5 yards in front of him on a crossing route. Because when the lights get bright, his booty gets tight. So it is very disappointing. I was hoping to see more because you see, like Quinn Ewers is not that much younger than Drake May. I think they're a year apart, if not 2 years apart. It shouldn't be that much of a difference from a guy that's going to potentially be the MVP and a guy that you hope could be the future. If we don't have any trust in Quinn Ewers, then good luck, because you can't get a quarterback. This ain't the quarterback draft to get one at
No.
all. So you got to ride with Quinn Ewers anyway next year.
I will tell
Uh,
you this. I'll say this, Herbie. I'll say this. I'm okay with riding with him next year. It's just that I'm not. I'm not there. I see many of my fellow Dolphins brothers and sisters who, I follow. I follow a whole bunch of fan pages on Facebook and obviously the community we have here, and I see the other communities on YouTube. There's a lot of people who are like already trying to crown Quinn Ewers, and all I'm saying is temper your expectation. Like this dude was a 7th round pick. Like you can't just. You might like what you see, but you have to also you can't ignore reality either. You know what I mean? You just can't ignore reality. And the reality is that Quinn was drafted 7th round for whatever various reasons, right? Guys
yeah,
fall for various reasons. You might have 3rd round, 2nd round, 1st round talent, and there are other reasons why you fall. But regardless of the case, Herbie, um, you know, I don't see him as the answer, but I'm okay. I'm okay with giving him an off season to at least compete for the starting job. Maybe the Dolphins bring in somebody off the street. I don't know who the free agent quarterbacks are going to be, and I don't know
I
what.
mean, if put like this, if the free agent quarterbacks are free agent quarterbacks, you're better off with Quinn Ewers. The free agent quarterbacks are free agents for a reason. You, you're
Right,
not
which is my
you,
point. You might
yeah,
as well see
you
what you
might
have.
as well. You might as
You know what I
well.
mean? You
So
might as well.
let
Yeah.
me get to this comment, and then we're gonna go ahead and transition over. New MVP odds after Rams and Patriots. Maybe just behind Stafford. We're gonna get to that. I still have Drake May. Like if you look at all the advanced stats, Drake May was better. Matthew Stafford was playing like a guy who wanted to win MVP. Drake May was playing like a guy who was just trying to win games. Even like today, if they wanted to boost Drake May's stats, he could have threw 5 touchdowns today, bro. They literally ran the ball all day. Matthew Stafford was not doing that. Matthew Stafford is trying to win the MVP. So we can't really compare their stats, but we'll get into that a little further down the show. So